So, long time no see, YouTube. I have been absent for a very long time. I think we can figure out why. I made videos for fun. I made videos because I enjoyed them, and I still stand by that. And I realized recently, I don't think there's anyone from those days still following. But maybe the video journey is important. I'm not sure. I did my reflections, I was looking on it, and I feel like now it is important to update, to actually do it. So hello, welcome to hell. My name is Zach, or the 50 Shades of Zach, as I refuse to change it on YouTube. I am 24 years old. I am a trans male. I have been out since I was 16 years old. And I have been on testosterone for the past 6 years, and I've had many surgeries since then. As we can tell, things have changed. I have piercings, I have tattoos, I've got a giant back tattoo, I've got several arm tattoos, and I'm an adult. Wow. Very different, I'm sure, kind of jarring if you're doing this chronologically, going from what seems like a sweet, innocent child to this, but I was definitely not innocent. All that good stuff. The hair is bright, I know. What do I say? I work as a barber. I have an associate's degree in science and art, technically, as I am working towards a biomedical engineering degree, so I'll eventually be working on prosthetic limbs. Those are the hopes. As for what I will actually be doing, that is wait to be seen. I live in Seattle, Washington now. I moved. My family is all still in Utah. I still live in the United States of America, jazz hands. We all know and saw what happened just recently with the past election, and I think that is what has spurred me to actually say anything. Me pretending like a video of mine will gain any traction or make a difference, but this is something I can do, and we are practicing our circles of control, and this is something within my control. Can you tell how much therapy I have been to? Jesus Christ, that is horrifying to think about. What do I say? I mean, I don't know what to say, honestly. There has been a lot of changes, obviously. I don't think I am friends with a single person that was shown in any of my videos anymore. I do not wish to throw slander or hate on them for any reason. The friendships are over, and there's good reason for them to be over, but there is no animosity on my end of things for any of them. I'm sorry, I'm not dramatic enough for YouTube, so I can't start shit. I don't know. Also, those people are not present on YouTube, so again, does it fucking matter? It doesn't. God. I got on here because I wanted to show and be proof of how important it is that we support and care for our trans children. As someone who documented the beginning stages of my transition on YouTube, I felt it was important to follow up and show the end result of everything. I talked quite a bit when I did upload or post about gender and trying to come to terms with my mindset and what I was dealing with and what was going through my head, and trying to logic it out and make it feel like I was an adult by talking through it all. And again, we are seeing the end result here. I want to be a place where people can talk it out. I don't want to be the person who's going to threaten or say your kids are going to kill themselves if they don't transition. I don't want to be a space that says this one path is the correct path and absolutely must be followed and you absolutely must do this. I do want to be the space to encourage that if your kid is struggling with gender, if they are struggling with their sexuality, if they are dealing with whatever it is, therapy for both of you. not just for the child, I swear. My family and I have been able to maintain good relationships in that we have all been through heavy amounts of therapy. Heavy amounts. And that has been related to my gender and not related to my gender on all ends of the spectrum. We, as a society, I feel, need to begin to understand that when it comes to trans people, it is not a choice of you transition versus you don't transition. It is a choice when that child turns 18 about whether or not you stay in that child's life. And that could mean a lot of different things. For me, it was I had to transition or my life would end. For some, it is they cannot be themselves. They will have to live a false life. For others, it is they completely self-isolate and they can return to the world once they've transitioned, but they isolate. And transitioning is not something that takes 6 months or a few weeks or even a year. It has taken me, I told you I am 6 years on testosterone. I think the moment when I felt comfortable and confident and saying I present and I pass consistently and constantly took me 2 years. And that is from a trans masculine and also someone who is very genetically well set up to transition. There are many who don't get to this place after 6 years. There are many who don't ever get to pass, as you would say. I am very fortunate. And I recognize that, and I am so damn grateful for it. An example as well is like the fucking Adam's apple. Couldn't be happier with that. I don't want to go into details on what I had to do to get to this point, but it's not easy for anyone involved. Being trans is not something that goes without consequence. Point blank, period. And maybe this is a cautionary tale for teenagers as well, who are going through what I was going through. And I am grateful that, and this might sound strange, and I don't want this to be taken by conservative parents and forcing their children to endure longer than they have to. For me, for my path, it was the right thing for me to be forced to wait until after I was 18 to transition. That being said, I have genetic predisposition for a hormonal disorder. I was pretty mentally unstable as well. Was that related to being trans? Absolutely. Was that also related to being depressed? Absolutely. I am also genetically fucked when it comes to being depressed. Major depressive disorder, layered on heavy. At the time that I was coming out and trying to transition as well, I was going through the process that inevitably led to me getting PTSD or diagnosed with PTSD. So there was that getting layered on. I was going through trying to sort out these friendships and these dynamics and, teenager nonsense. Like, just being a teenager sucks for everyone. And I'm so sorry to everyone who was involved in me being a teenager, including my previous self. I am also so sorry to everyone trying to be okay and you're a teenager. And I'm so sorry to people who are trans and being a teenager and now dealing with this election. I hope you know that there is love. There is so much love and care for you, even if you are not immediately surrounded by it, by the people directly in your life. There are people out there who care so deeply for you. And I cannot express it in words. I I couldn't see how much love there was for me until I could finally breathe, until I could finally be far enough in my transition that the dysphoria was finally manageable. But I remember when I was 17, I was being picked up by an ambulance because, without getting too graphic with everything, I had a plan to remove myself from the living plane of existence. It was going to be the moment I got home from school. And someone found out. I told somebody. And so I was getting picked up by an ambulance. And one of the EMTs was a trans guy. And that was the first time, in person, I saw a trans person who made it out, who survived the dysphoria, and was happy, and looked and sounded and acted like a guy. And I think that was the first moment that I realized I could be okay. That I could live. I could choose to live. Or I didn't want to. That didn't completely 180 my life. But there's proof. And if I can be proof to someone like me that you can get on top, you can win, you can survive, whatever words you need to hear to know that despite the current discomfort, the current pain, the confusion, whatever it is, you don't have to be following my path, but knowing that it's possible. I don't know what's going to be happening here in the United States of glorious America over the next 4 years. I'm not going to pretend like I can see the future. I'm not going to pretend like it's going to be okay. Because I don't know. I live in Washington. I moved away from my state because I had a gut feeling I did not want to see what Utah was going to do. I knew Utah was going to erase all of the work that I have done to get to this point, and I know I would not be able to be a calm and rational human being if Utah did that. I knew that Utah, if allowed, would remove my access to hormones, which could be lethal for me at this point, as I do not produce any hormones on my own, as I have removed my body's ability to do that through surgery. In case any of you think that's a great idea, you could literally kill a lot of people. Those hormone-producing glands, by the way, probably for the best that they were removed regardless of me being trans because of my hormone disorder that I probably inherited from my mother. So, I live in Washington because I had to get safe, but not everyone has that access. Sorry, crying there was excessive. I truly and genuinely hope the next 4 years is the fixing the economy that people really desperately hope it is. And it is not targeting people of minorities, people who need certain accesses and having those accesses removed. I truly genuinely hope that this presidency is everything that those who voted for this president is everything that they hoped it would be. And not what everyone who didn't vote for this president fears that it will be. I genuinely hope that that's the case. I am on the voters' side. Maybe I bring it back to how happy I am. I don't know. What do we need? What does this video need? What do these people need? Who is watching it? What do you need? To know that people are fighting for you? Yeah. Yeah, there are people fighting for you. My family is an example of one. I can't and I won't describe to detail how active, but the fight's happening. I cried. God, I am so glad to be out of that state. Let's go with how happy I am now. Try and give someone something light, something to look forward to. I am so eternally, forever grateful to have transitioned. Holy shit. The major depressive disorder that I was diagnosed with, outside of being dysphoric, I can now get out of bed consistently. I can get around. I exercise. I can live. I eat. Yes, I'm depressed. Oh, I still have severe major depressive disorder on my big old diagnosis sheet, whatever you want to put it, right here. Yeah, that. That is big stamped on there. I got it re-diagnosed just to be like, are you sure? That? Easy. I can cope with that any day, every day, all day. And this is not to give anyone who has major or severe depressive disorder any sort of minimalism kind of thing. We all experience discomfort and pain at different levels, and that is not at all what I am saying. What I am saying is to the breadth of the pain and discomfort that dysphoria exists at, 10 times worse than major depressive disorder. For those who experience major depressive disorder, just to give you a scale of what dysphoria does to your brain. The dysphoria level I feel at this point in my transition, for reference, I am post-op surgery. I have had some flavor of bottom surgery. I will not go into details to discuss the forms of my genitalia with you at this current point. I will say I have, hopefully, 1 or 2 more surgeries. I would like nothing more than that, but that is dependent on everything going appropriately and according to plan. So I am most of the way done with what I would call my transition. That, again, dependent on your ideas of that. Anyway, on the day-to-day, I experience little to no dysphoria. I do not currently have a partner because having a partner leads to me having crippling dysphoria. It still exists, by the way, in case, again, we want to discuss. That is a problem. Even when I was younger, I couldn't have a partner because crippling dysphoria. I have had partners, for the record. Anyway, I am happy pretty much consistently, constantly. I walk around carefree. I move about my day, and every once in a while I have to stop and be like, you feel normal? And I'm like, I do. And I have to remind myself to be grateful for that because this is incredible. I have a cat, Destiny. I don't know how much I introduced her. She's the same cat I had since before I was making videos. I have a dog, Bella. I've had her for about 1.5 years now. I live independently on my own. I pay my taxes. I do my dues. By the way, health insurance is a scam. I don't have health insurance. We can get into that on a different date if we want to. I have good friends that I care about. I have so much self-respect that I don't let people use me or hurt me or anything like that. I've been to Norway, which is an incredible country, by the way. I live my life the way that I want to live my life. I travel, I have a car. Again, I am a genuine, functional, happy human being. This hair, I am a barber by trade, by the way. This is part of that. When I'm an engineer, this is gonna stop. Or maybe it won't. I don't know. Maybe they want color in their workplace. Whatever's good for them. The only real complaint I have on pain and discomfort is related to my job as a barber. I'm not built very good for it. I don't know. I've been told to get the hell out of that industry, and I'm working on it. Again, got associate's degree, working on a bachelor's, and then I'm gonna have to get a master's for my career choices. I speak Norwegian, not the best. Jeg snakker noe norsk. Jeg er en mann. Jeg har en katt og en hund. Yeah, I mean, those are the things I can think of off the top of my head. I speak some Norwegian. Yeah. I don't know what else to update you guys on. Thanks for watching. And remember, support trans kids. They need it. If you're a conservative parent of a trans kid, put yourself in therapy too. Also, if you're a liberal parent of a trans kid, put yourself in therapy too. Not just the kid. Both you need it. Believe me. And I hope this is a good encourager. Go find the thing that makes you happy. Go find the thing that's going to make you live. The choice is not between allowing you to do what you want to. The choice is between keeping what is stopping you from doing what you want to in your life. You don't have to make ultimatums. Just do what's going to make you happy, regardless of who's telling you who's telling you to stop doing it. As long as you are a consenting adult, and anyone you are doing things with is also consenting adults, and you are not hurting anyone else. I'm not talking about hurting anyone else's feelings. Fuck their feelings, especially when it comes to your body. It's your body. Do what you want with it. Tattoo what you want on it. Pierce whatever you want on it. Get whatever surgery makes you happy. This is your body, your temple. If your body's genuinely a temple, you're the god for it. I personally like my body looking like this one. This temple, I want to make it look cool as hell. I don't like the beige thing. That's why I got a dragon tapestry. Anyway. Someone gives a shit. I can't say I love you because I don't know who you are, but someone gives a shit. It was one of the trans kids that I saw on the bus at Pride this year. Oh my god, you guys made me cry. Holy shit. I give a shit about you. If you're a trans kid struggling, people care. People want to help. Reach out, try. It's gonna be okay. We'll find a way. And I hope for all of our sakes that we can survive this. And I hope for all of your cases you can get out of whatever state and get to a safe one or save country. Good luck.